Hello viewers, how are you doing? I guess you all are doing well and are having a lovely time in Christ. Okay, today I want to talk on how God can speak through you. That little voice that most of the time we tend to ignore. That small yellings in our mind that most of the times we pretend as if we don't hear. I want to share a story with you before I proceed. Some times ago, that was apparently 2 weeks ago, around evening, I went to see a friend. I drove out from my compound, parked at this place, entered. After a long time, we finished discussing, and I was set to go. I entered into my car, slotted in my key, ignited the car, but it refuses to respond. What would have happened to a car that have just drove in not too long ago? I tried all my best, all I knew. I brought down the fuses, cleaned them up, wiped off everything, fixed them back, and still the car did not respond. And it was getting dark. I spent more than 45 minutes. At a point, a voice spoke to me in a very mild and a very calm manner. He said that since my energy, my humanly effort has been exhausted, why don't I call on God for help? Personally, I ignored the voice as usual because in my mind, in my own mentality, I thought that God has nothing to do with a car. So I ignored the voice. But the voice kept on coming, kept on coming, and kept on coming. At the end, reluctantly, I said, okay, let me just try this and see if it will work. Sluggishly, I said what the voice said I should say. Oh my God, my humanly effort is exhausted. Come to my aid. Immediately after saying that, I put back my key on my ignition, ignited the car, boom, the car started. I was deeply marveled. I couldn't believe my eye. What have spent so much time trying to fix, but within a twinkle of an eye, after saying a short prayer, it became possible. I had to switch the engine off and turn it on again. And even up to today, that fault can no longer be found on that car. What am I saying? God exists. God exists. Forget about what people are saying. Forget about sign. Everything on earth was created by God. Do you understand what I'm saying? God speaks to us every now and then. But we fail to train our receptive organs for us to be able to hear from Him vividly. So after I have spent so much time trying to fix the car, bringing down the fuses, trying to do all I could and all I've seen my mechanic do, it was to no avail. So I had to call on God to come to my rescue, to come to my aid. Don't always be discouraged that if you should face any challenge of whatever, you will always feel that God cannot handle it. Don't limit God, please. Because certainly, on a very serious note, I couldn't believe that God could respond to a sports car, to a car with an electrical fault. I couldn't believe it. But I'm convinced, I know that there is nothing that God cannot do. Most of the time, God is always at our own beck and call for us to just ask whatever we want. Whatever we want. He's really, as long as it is in accordance with His will, He will always supply us. He says that He will supply all our needs according to the riches in glory. Ask and ye shall receive. I asked last week. You understand. So I am deeply excited. That is why I have to share this with you and to also make sure that I stir up your faith. Understand? I have to stir up your faith because What God cannot do does not really exist. Understand? Thank you very much for your time. God bless you. Ciao, ciao. Catch you. See you again and see you some other time. Okay? God bless you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Bye.
But this is a community and international network. This is a platform where we inspire inspiring, motivating, and powerful content from different motivational speakers and different caliber of great people, great men that will make impact in your life. On content on finances, on marriage, on relationships, on personal self-development, and so on. So stay abreast with this channel, never go too far, understand? So that each time we create new and amazing content, you will always be there to receive it. Subscribe, share, turn on your notification bell. That bell is saying, so each time we create new content, you will always be the first to see. Thank you very much. Stay abreast. God bless you. And